Good evening and welcome inside FNB Field here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we are set for game number 2 of 6 between the Reading Fightin Phillies and Harrisburg Senators. I'm Jake Starr. I'll have the call for tonight's game. Appreciate you spending part of your Tuesday evening right here with myself. Well, with Harrisburg on the field, let's take a look at the Fightin Phillies starting lineup that manager Al Padrique will send to the plate tonight. Aiden Miller for the second straight night leads off. He'll play shortstop. Robert Moore bats second and plays second. Keaton Anthony, named today the Phillies minor league hitter of the month of May, will bat third and play first base. Alex Pinellas bats fourth and plays third. Felix Reyes is fifth. He'll play left. Seth Beer bats sixth to the eighth. Paul McIntosh, seventh, the catcher. Lando Pineda in right field is eighth. And Cade Fergus bats ninth and plays center field. Once again, Miller, Moore, Anthony, Pinellas, Reyes, Beer, McIntosh, Pineda, and Fergus. And on the mound for the Harrisburg Senators tonight, it's Hyun-Il Choi. Choi making his 8th start of the year. He's 2-1, a 3 ERA, 39 innings pitched, 32 hits, 8 walks, 42 strikeouts. Opposition hitting .218 against Choi this year. Defense behind Hyun-Il Choi tonight. Joe Naranjo's at first, Kevin Madej at second, Seaver King at short, and at third for Harrisburg, it is Murphy Staley. Carlos De La Cruz in right. In center for the Senators, it is Jacob Young, and Jonathan Thomas plays left, and CJ Stubbs is the catcher for Harrisburg tonight. Stubbs is thrown down. Aiden Miller will step in. Three-man umpiring crew tonight. Jack Wasson, the crew chief, has balls and strikes. Davian Fry is at third, and Trevor Patience rounds out the crew at first. Aiden Miller digs in from the right-handed batter's box as Hyun-Il Choi is ready to go. Tonight's Phillies lineup was presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. First pitch home, Miller takes a fastball. It's 0-1 as it was in there for a called strike. 6:31 is our time at first pitch. Game time temperature is 88 degrees, sunny skies, 6-mile-per-hour winds coming in from center. 0-1, Miller swinging a foul ball straight back and out of play. And the count quickly 0-2. Miller, 246 hitter this year. Good night last night in his first game in the leadoff spot. 2 for 5, runs scored, 3 RBI. 0-2. Miller swinging a tapper out in front of the mound. Charging it is Choi. He'll field it, flip underhand to the first baseman Naranjo, who awaits it, and that's out number 1. So Aiden Miller goes down. That'll bring Robert Moore to the plate. Game time temperature tonight, as we said, 88 degrees, presented by All Temp Enterprises. So Miller retired. Robert Moore digs in from the right-handed batter's box. And Choi's ready. He'll check and deal home. First pitch is a bit up for a ball. 1-0 to Robert Moore. Slider at 86 from Choi. And the 1-0 home. Put outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Choi's also made 3 appearances this year. 3 starts with AAA Rochester, where he was 0-3 with a 15.12 ERA. Allowed 14 earned runs and 8 1/3 innings pitched. 2-0. Moore takes it. That one's top of the zone for a called strike. It's 2-1. Choi last pitch on Thursday at Richmond, 5 scoreless inning, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And the right-handed pitcher, 25-year-old from South Korea, fires home, and Moore cuts and fouls it straight back. It's 2-2. Choi did face Reading on April the 30th, 3 runs, 6 hits over 5 2/3 innings pitched. Did strike out 5 Fightin Phillies in that outing back on the 30th of April at First Energy Stadium. 2-2 the count, the righty deals home. Moore swinging a miss, struck him out. Went chasing after a sinker at 91 upstairs. And there's 2 quick outs in the inning. Strikeout number 1 for Hyun-Il Choi. And that'll bring Keaton Anthony to the plate. Anthony batting third tonight for the second time in 3 games. Alex Pinellas on deck's the cleanup batter. Anthony digs in from the right side. Slightly open stance for him. Pitch home. That's low for a ball. It's 1-0. Anthony named today the Phillies Organizational Minor League Hitter of the Month of May. And it was an impressive month for Anthony. Hit .385 over the course of the month. Currently riding a 11-game hit streak, 19-game on-base streak. 1-0. Anthony swings and fouls it back. It's 1-1. He also enters tonight as the league leader in hitting. His .338 average has surpassed Max Anderson of Erie, who's at .337 entering play tonight. Impressive run he's on. Pitch home, Anthony swings, ground ball third, slowly hit, charging Staley. Fields fires the first in time, and that will retire the side in the top of the first inning. Fightin Phil's down quietly in the first. Reading nothing, Erie coming to bat. Bottom half of the first inning here from FNB Field. Reading nothing in the first. And now let's take a look at how the Harrisburg Senators line up on this Wednesday night. Jacob Young leads off, full play center field. Jonathan Thomas bats second. He's in left. Seaver King thirds, the shortstop. Carlos De La Cruz fourth and right. Joe Naranjo bats fifth, plays first base. Caden Wallace to the H bats sixth. Murphy Staley bats seventh, plays third. CJ Stubbs eighth, he's the catcher. And Kevin Madej bats ninth and plays second. It is a lineup almost entirely of righties, just one lefty, that's Joe Naranjo. And that's because the Fightin Phils sent a lefty to the mound tonight in Braden Falsnaugh. 10th appearance, 8th start for Falsnaugh, 2-6, a 5.35 ERA, 38 2/3 innings pitched, 49 hits allowed, 12 walks, 41 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .302 against Braden Falsnaugh this season. So Jacob Young digs in from the right side, and the lefty Falsnaugh deals home, and he misses a bit up. It's 1-0. Falsnaugh and the Fightin Phils wear their road navy blue uniforms tonight. White Reading in cursive across the front. White block numbers on the back. Gray pants, red cap. Navy blue feathered R on the front of the red cap. 1-0. That's there for a called strike. It's 1-1. We're seeing fastball at 89 from Falsnaugh. Fastball will sit in the upper 80s, lower 90s. We'll get up to 91, 92 at times. But relies mostly on location, the lefty does. 1-1. That's there for a called strike. It's 1-2 to Jacob Young. Young was 1 for 3 last night in his big league rehab appearance here with Harrisburg. And the 1-2 home. That one hits him. Got him right on that back right foot. So Jacob Young is hit by a pitch to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Hobie aboard, and that'll bring Jonathan Thomas to the plate. It was a slider from Braden Falsnaugh that slid a bit too much to the right-handed bat, Jacob Young. That brings Jonathan Thomas to the plate. Thomas in from the right side. He's hitting .500 on the early going since being caught up to Harrisburg. Falsnaugh, a long look home. And he'll fire. Bunt, and it misses, and it gets away from the catcher, McIntosh. It shoots back to him, but Jacob Young will get the second on what will be a wild pitch. So that is a 1-ball, no strike count. Now runner on second for Harrisburg. Double play already taken out of order for the Fightin' Phils. Harrisburg tonight wears their home alternate red uniforms. H on the left chest, numbers on the right chest in white. White numbers on the back, white pants, red stripe down the side. Red caps when in the field for the Senators. False not ready at the letters, 1-0 home. Is in tight to the righty, 2 balls and no strikes. Falsnot has faced Harrisburg once already this year. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Did earn the win back on May the 1st. Pitch in relief against the Senators. He'll step off and look young back. He went 6 shutout innings, scattered 5 hits, struck out 5 and walked 1. Last year against Harrisburg, September the 11th here at FNB Field. Looking for similar success to 2-0, swinging a foul tip. McIntosh squeezes it. It's 2-1. Actually, no, they're going to call catcher's interference on Paul McIntosh. Umpire umpire Jack Wasson stepped down and acknowledged it is catcher's interference on McIntosh, so that'll go down as an E2 in the book. 3rd error this season for McIntosh. Does not look like much of a contest from the Fightin' Phils dugout on the third base side. Now McIntosh will step out in front of home plate, deliver signs with runners on first and second. Still a scoreless ball game here in the bottom half of the first inning, but the first 2 Senators are aboard. One due to a hit by pitch, the other due to catcher's interference. And the first pitch is a bunt. Falsnot fields it more late to the first base bag, and Falsnot's throw goes into right field. Around third, and scoring is Young. Tom is stopped at third. So it'll be another error on the Fightin' Phils. It'll be a bunt single for Seaver King. Then it'll be an error on Falsnot. So errors on back-to-back plays for the Fightin' Phils. And the Senators lead at 1-0, and this is already becoming a disastrous start to this ball game for Reading. Brings Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. Keegan Anthony charged on the bunt. Falsnot got it. Moore was shaded towards the bag with the righty up at second, and he was late there. Falsnot just never should have thrown that baseball. So 1-0 Harrisburg. Second and third of the runners. No outs here in the first. Infield comes up for Reading as last night's hero, Carlos De La Cruz, steps in. And the pitch home is inside. Hits De La Cruz. Got his back right foot, and it's another slider that Falsnot loses. So second hit by pitch this inning. Loads the bases for Joe Naranjo. Brad Bergeson wastes no time. Shoots out of the dugout. He'll signal the entire infield in as Joe Naranjo is the batter here. Bases loaded in the first. We've talked about it before. First inning struggle is something that have been well documented for Braden Falsnot throughout his career. I remember at his debut last year, one of the guys from Westchester University said that it's crazy because his coach always said if you get him to the first inning, he's a different pitcher after that. And it's going to be tough to get through this first inning with minimal damage. Opposition hitting .433 against Falsnot, 13 for 30 in the first inning of games this year entering tonight. So bases loaded, no out still for Joe Naranjo. Senators already on top, it's 1-0. Falsnot from the stretch fires, and Naranjo swings and he pops it up in the infield. That's huge. Miller, the shortstop, is over on the left side, makes the catch. Infield fly rule was called. So that is out number 1, and you'll take that. A sinker that was into the lefty, then he gets jammed on. So 1 out now for Caden Wallace. I mean, if you can get out of this inning with just 1 run, maybe 2, you almost certainly take it if you're the Fightin' Phils. Wallace digs in from the right-handed batter's box, 0 for 4 with a strikeout in last night's ball game. Anthony up at first. Rest of the infield back in double play depth. And the pitch is up and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom 1. 1-0, Harrisburg on top of Reading. Falsnaut ready at the letters, lefty deals. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Fastball at 90, top of the zone. Pitch number 12 of this first inning for Falsnaut. So a chance to still get out of this inning, hopefully maybe around or a little under 20 pitches if things go well here. Ball and a strike, lefty's ready. He toes the third base side of the rubber and fires. Swinging a foul ball straight back, it's 1-2. Outfield pretty straight up. Felix Reyes, left fielder, though, does play over towards the left center gap just a hair. Kate Ferguson center, Leandro Pineda in right. Get you the infield for Reading here as well. Keaton Anthony at first, Robert Moore at second. Ada Miller short, Alex Manellis at third. Paul McIntosh is the catcher for the Fightin' Phils tonight. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count here to Caden Wallace. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball hit towards deep right field. Pineda's back, has it sized up. The right fielder makes the catch. Tagging from third and scoring is Thomas. Going to third is Seaver King. So it's an RBI sac fly for Caden Wallace. He picks up RBI number 24. And the Senators lead it 2-0. So that'll bring Murphy Staley to the plate for the Senators. Like we said, if Reading can get out of this inning, it's just 2 runs allowed. You'll definitely take it after the way the inning started. One that looked like it had the makings of a disastrous start to this game. Staley digs in from the right side. It's runners on the corners. De La Cruz on first. King is on third, and they have De La Cruz picked off. He gets into a rundown. They'll keep an eye at the runner at third. Now they'll throw back to third, and he is safe. Robert Moore threw back to third. Probably should have gave that a couple of seconds. You really don't make that throw unless the guy takes off for home, which he never did. So Carlos De La Cruz will have second base stolen. That'll be his 9th of the season. And they had him picked off, too. So just another lapse of judgment defensively for the Fightin' Phils. They've already had a few this inning. Catcher's interference, a throwing error, and now that. First pitch home is swung on, hit in the air. It'll go foul down the left field line and out of play. 0-1 to Murphy Staley. Staley, 396 on the early going with Harrisburg. Joined the team on May the 13th. Falsnaut steps off, looks the runner back. He was 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout last night, Staley was. And the 0-1. And that hits him. The third hit batter of the inning by Braden Falsnaut. This time was a fastball that got lost inside by the lefty. So Murphy Staley is aboard. So this inning we've gone hit by pitch, catcher's interference, bunt single and an error. Another hit by pitch, pop up to short, sacrifice fly to right, and a hit by pitch. So just 1 hit this inning, and it hasn't even left the infield. So here's C.J. Stubbs. Big spot for both teams here. Harrisburg a chance to really break this open early. First pitch home is inside the Stubbs. It's 1-0. Fastball at 90 from Braden Falsnaut. First start this week for Stubbs, just 146 on the season. 219 hitter with runners in scoring position. Pitch home is hit outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Nowhere to put Stubbs. Hit just 083 last week at Richmond, 1 for 12. The 1 was a home run, and he had 3 RBI. 2-0 is on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 2-1. CJ Stubbs, of course, the younger brother of Iron Pigs and Phillies catcher Garrett Stubbs. CJ, 28 years old. Now time is called by CJ Stubbs. 2 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom half of the first inning, Harrisburg on top 2-0. 2 runs, just 1 hit, but 3 hit batters and a couple of errors for the Fightin' Phils. 2-1 is swung on a miss, 2-2. Fastball by him at 90 from Fosnaught. And now the lefty's a pitch away from getting out of this first inning. That was pitch number 20. So all things considered, for as much damage as there's been, the pitch count hasn't skyrocketed too much. 2-2 and 2 outs. Fosnaught's ready at the letters. And the pitch. That's up 3-2. So the runners on each base will be off and running on the next one. And there's nowhere to put CJ Stubbs. Full count, 2 outs, runners get their leads. Infield's back, no one being held on. Fosnaught's ready. Deep breath, and the payoff pitch. On the inside corner, called strike 3. Big pitch there from Braden Fosnaught on his 22nd pitch of the inning. And he gets his first strikeout to finally retire the side. But for the Senators, 2 runs, just 1 hit. There were 2 errors and 3 hit by pitches. And the Senators leave the bases loaded. We played 1 full here at FNB Field. Harrisburg on top of the Fightin' Phils. It's 2-0. Top half of the second inning. International Fireworks, the official sponsor of the Art Phil's fireworks shows during the 2025 season. Head to their store, 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville, or visit fireworksareus.com. 2-0 Harrisburg on top after just a very rough inning for Braden Fosnaught and the Fightin' Phil's defense. Both runs allowed by Fosnaught are unearned. So despite the couple of errors and 3 hit by pitches, none of the runs will be charged to the line of Fosnaught. Through just 22 pitches, all things considered, you'll take that. Now see if hopefully the pitcher who's had his first inning troubles can settle in. Alex Pinellas, the cleanup man, leads off for Reading. Hyun-Il Choi is back on the mound. The first pitch to Pinellas is there for a strike. It's 0-1. First start in a couple of games for Alex Pinellas. 0-1, he swings and he misses. It's 0-2. Pinellas was scratched on Sunday and then didn't play Tuesday, but back in the lineup tonight. He's actually the first day since Saturday that there was not a scratch prior to the game. 0-2, Pinellas swings, softly hit ground ball third. 2-hopper for Staley, who charges and fires the first in time. And that is out number 1. Pinellas was scratched on Sunday. Hendry Mendez scratched about a half hour prior to first pitch last night. No scratches tonight. And Felix Reyes, the right-handed bat, will dig in for the Fightin' Phils. So 4 up, 4 down so far tonight for Hyun-Il Choi. And now it's Reyes, a .299 hitter on the season. Even stance right side. First pitch from Choi is just south of the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 home. That one's a bit down again, 2-0. Reyes 0 for 4, runs scored last night. Had a great series against Harrisburg, though, the last time the teams played, from April the 29th to May the 4th. 2-0. Reyes will take it at the knees this time for a strike. It's 2-1. Hit 400 that week, an OPS of 1145. Scored 3 runs, 2 doubles, a home run. And had 5 runs driven in. Struck out just 1 time that week against the Senators. 2-1. He swings and he hits it in the air down the right field line. It'll go out to play foul. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 1 home run for Reyes that week was on Sunday in his final at-bat. It was a walk-off 2-run home run in the 10th inning to give the Fightin' Phils the win over Harrisburg. Pitch home, Reyes swing, ground ball softly hit left side, charging Staley at third. Field throws to first. It pulls the first baseman Naranjo off the bag. He dropped the ball when trying to apply the tag. So Reyes will be aboard. We'll see whether they give this a hit or an error for Felix Reyes. Nonetheless, it is the first base runner tonight for the Fightin' Phils. And it will be a throwing error on Staley, so E5 in the book. His first error since joining Harrisburg. And that'll now bring Seth Beer to the plate. Beer in from the left side, desperately in need of something here. First pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Beer 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts last night. He's hitless in his last 7, 0 for his last 27 at the dish. 1-0. Beer will watch that one go down the chute for a strike. It's 1-1. Slider at 84 from Hayanil Joy. Reyes leads off first. Does not have a stolen base this year, nor is he really a threat to run. 1-1. Beer will take it for a strike on the outside corner. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to the lefty. Beer signed the Phillies on May 13th, was assigned the Reading. He's hitting just 115. Next pitch is low and away, 2-2. Tried to turn over a changeup at 82 miles per hour. Infield back against Beer, double play depth. King at short is shaded towards the second base bag. Staley at third is shaded towards the shortstop spot. 2-2, Beer takes it up with the letters, 3-2. Good at bat here by Seth Beer. Reyes leads off first, 2-0 Harrisburg. 1 out top second. 3-2 home. Beer swinging a foul ball straight back. Count stays full. And at the 6th pitch of the at-bat to Seth Beer. Beer slightly open stance from the left side. Wears the shin guard on the right ankle. Wiggles the bat over his left shoulder, and here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball straight back. Count stays full as Beer stays alive on the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Reyes again leads off first. This will be the 8th pitch to Seth Beer. It's been a battle. Choi ready, fires home. Beer swings and he fouls it back again. 3 straight foul balls off the bat of Seth Beer.
Solutions experts in cyber and national security.
Choi in his first year in the national system was with the Dodgers from 2018 through 2024. And the pitch home, Beer swings, ground ball foul. 4 straight foul ball, 9th pitch of the at-bat. Split last year between AA Tulsa and AAA Oklahoma City. Was a Rule 5 selection in the AAA phase of the minor league part of the Rule 5 draft this past offseason. 25 years old out of South Korea. That's where he was when he signed with the Dodgers. 3-2 again. Beer takes ball 4. Great at-bat by Seth Beer. Lefty bat sees 10 pitches. Works himself a walk. First one issued today by Choi. So now Reading has runners on first and second with one out for Paul McIntosh.
The catcher, number 44, Paul McIntosh.
McIntosh digs in from the left-handed batter's box. First and second, one out here in the second. 2-0 Harrisburg on top. Reading still in search of their first hit. Here's the pitch, and they're going to throw to Beer behind the first base bag. He got back in safely, but the ball gets away from Naranjo. He was slow to get it, so Reyes, a heads-up play, takes second to third. That is going to be an error, a catching error on Joe Naranjo. And just an excellent heads-up play from Felix Reyes. 6th error this season on Naranjo. So both teams 2 errors, and we haven't even played an inning and a half of baseball. Sloppy, sloppy ball so far. Let's see if Reading can make Harrisburg pay. 0-1. McIntosh takes it low and away, a ball and a strike. There is one out of the inning, so the corners are going to play up. Third baseman Staley's up. Naranjo at first does hold the runner. Middle infield's back, and Midday and King. They'll look to turn 2. They're close to the second base bag. 1-1, McIntosh swings, drives it deep left center. Thomas and Young both go back. It is gone. Paul McIntosh, a 3-run shot, puts the Fightin' Phils on top. It's 3-2 on McIntosh's second of the season. Ball just kept flying, and in total goes 412 feet. 108 off the bat from Paul McIntosh. And the Fightin' Phils respond in a big way. And just like Harrisburg did, they take advantage of defensive miscues by the Senators. 3 RBI for McIntosh. He's up to 12. It's his first home run since the second game of the season, April 12th against Portland. First pitch, Leandro Pineda fouls it off himself. It's no balls and 1 strike to Pineda. Nothing to 1 the count to Pineda. 1 out of the inning. And the pitch home is swung on and it's crushed, but it's fouled down the right field line. It's 0-2. Ball was smoked. Left center field, 412 feet from Paul McIntosh. So 3-2 our score. Reading on top. Top of the second, 1 out. Base is empty. Pitch home. Pineda will take that one outside for a ball. And it goes to a 1-ball, 2-strike count to him. So we got 5 combined runs. Just 2 combined hits. Next pitch to Pineda, swinging a foul ball tapped. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 combined errors, though. Just a really weird start to this ball game. Next pitch, Pineda swings, fouls it straight back. It stays 1-2. Pineda average back down under the Mendoza line at 197. Next pitch is swung on and a ground ball to the right side. Pineda, the second baseman, to his left field. It fires the first in time, and that is out number 2. And that'll bring Kate Fergus to the plate now for the Fightin' Phils. Fergus in from the right side. First pitch to him is over for a called strike. It's 0-1. 3-2 our score here in the second. 2 outs, bases are empty for Cade Fergus. Pitch to him. He will take a fastball bit outside. It's 1-1. Pitch home. Fergus will take it down for a ball. It's 2-1. Fergus 149 on the season. He was 0 for 3 last night. Did score a run and he walked. Also struck out. 2-1. Fergus swings, fouls it straight back. It's 2-2. Another beautiful day here in central Pennsylvania. Temperatures in the mid-80s, sunny skies, not really many clouds. A little bit of a haze, though, as I know some of the Canadian wildfire smoke is moving in like it did 2 years ago. Hopefully not as bad as 2 years ago. The 2-2, Fergus swings and misses, and he goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Troy, but in the inning, Reading scores 3 runs. They did it on just 1 hit. There were 2 errors, and none are left on base. We've played 1.5 onto the home half of the second inning. Fightin Phil's on top of Harrisburg. It is 3-2. Bottom half of the second inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, PA, outside of Lebanon. Well, Reading on top, it's 3-2. Braden Falstall completes his warm-up tosses, and it'll be Kevin Midday who leads off. 9-1-2 due up for the Senators here in the frame. And it's already been a topsy-turvy, weird, and ugly, I guess you could say, baseball game. It's 3-2 Reading. Teams have combined for 5 runs. They've combined for just 2 hits and 4 errors. And we played an inning and a half of baseball so far. So let's see if the Fightin Phils can have a clean inning here, as Kevin Midday will lead things off for Harrisburg. Midday will dig in from the right side. As we said earlier, 8 of the 9 in Harrisburg's lineup today bat right against the lefty Falsnot, who deals. And the first pitch up and in for a ball, 1-0. We also talked about the first inning struggles for Falsnot. Opposition hitting over 400 against him in the first inning of games this season. Next pitch is there for a called strike. It's 1-1. We're seeing fastball at 89 from Braden Falsnot. I think he's got some family and friends in the park tonight as well. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive towards shallow center. It'll fall in for a base hit. So leadoff single for Kevin Midday. And the Senators have their leadoff runner aboard for the second straight inning on their second hit tonight. And that'll bring Jacob Young to the plate.
Jacob Young.
Young was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first inning on big league rehab assignment from the Washington Nationals. Falsnot moves to the stretch. Third base side of the rubber he toes. And the pitch home is down the chute for a called strike. It's 0-1. It was a sprained AC joint for Young, placed on the injured list back on May the 23rd. Pretty quick recovery, all things considered. As he makes his way back to DC, the 0-1, swinging a foul ball straight back. It's 0-2. But A leads off first. Has not stolen a bag this year. He's just attempted to steal once. And the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball, hard hit short. Miller charges, flips to Moore for one. Relay to first is not in time. Young beats it out by about a step. So it's a 6-4 fielder's choice. Miller took an extra split second getting it out of his glove, which may have been the difference there. So Medea's cut off at second. Young now aboard on first. And that'll bring Jonathan Thomas to the plate with one out in the second. 3-2. Fightin Phil's on top. The 2 runs allowed by Falsnot last inning were both unearned. So you'll definitely take that, of course, if you are Falsnot, despite the sloppiness of that inning, both on the mound and in the field. First pitch is swung on by Thomas. Fly ball, shallow center. Robert Moore, the second baseman's out. Makes the call on the catch, and that is out number 2. So you'll definitely take that if you're Braden Falsnot. 2 outs now for Seaver King.
The renewed solar power hitter, shortstop, Seaver King.
King digs in from the right side. 2 outs in the second. 3-2 running on top as Jacob Young is on first. First pitch to him is swung on and a fly ball hit towards right, slicing down the line and foul out of play. It's 0-1 to Seaver King. King 1 for 2 tonight, had the lone hit in the first inning. It was a bunt single that Falsnot threw to first, and it got away and down the line. A throwing error on the left-handed pitcher. Falsnot is from nearby Danville, PA, about an hour and a half north of here, heading towards Bloomsburg, PA. 0-1 is swung on, fouled back, and out of play again down the right field line. It's 0-2. So nothing at 2, the count to Seaver King. Falsnot looking for a cleaner second. Lefty's ready, deep breath from him. Pitch home, runner goes. Pitch is a swing and a foul ball. Off the netting on the right field side, so it stays 0-2. Jacob Young will run. Stole 5 bags in 9 attempts with the Nationals this season. He gets a lead off first. 0-2, 2 outs to Seaver King. Falsnot ready and deals. That's down low for a ball. It's a slider at 77 that King takes. It's 1-2. It's pitch number 33 for Braden Falsnot in tonight's game. Lefty comes ready. Deep breath, sets the letters. And he'll check on the runner at first. And back in standing up is Jacob Young. Young did attempt to steal a couple of pitches ago. Ball was fouled off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Falsnot comes ready at the letters. Pitch him. Swinging a ground ball through the hole, left side, base hit. Up to second goes Jacob Young. It's a 2-out single for Seaver King. He's 2 for 2 in tonight's ball game. And that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate for Harrisburg. Hit hard, 104 off the bat from King. And he got it just by the hole between Ada Miller at short and Alex Pinellas at third. 34 pitches for Braden Falsnot. So it's Carlos De La Cruz steps in from the right side. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. And the first pitch to him is a slider low and away to the righty at 81. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. De La Cruz, the hero last night, had a walk-off 2-run home run in the 9th to give Harrisburg the walk-off victory. Falsnot checks the runners and deals. De La Cruz swinging a foul tip Squeezed by McIntosh. It's 1-1. Fastball down the middle at 88 from Falsnaugh. Carlos hit by a pitch tonight. He's also stolen a base. Pitch home is on the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-2. 3-2 Reading on top. Bottom half of the second inning. King on first, Young on second. Falsnaugh ready from the third base side. Pitch home. De La Cruz takes it down, 2-2. Falsnaugh try to get him to chase a slider at 80. De La Cruz has spent parts of 3 years with the Fightin' Phillies in from the right side. Falsnaugh appears back at second, checks first sharply, fires home, pitch, ground ball, swing. Hit towards third, and Ellis has it, fires the short way to second, it's in time. So it'll be a 5-4 fielder's choice. King out at second, and that will retire the side here in the second. Senators do have a pair of hits. They had no runs, no errors, and 2 men are left on base. We played 2 full here from Harrisburg. Fightin' Phil's on top. It's 3-2.
Come on, get down here. We got a lot of fun stuff down here.
Top of the third inning, and we want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2025 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phil's and drink more Pepsi. 3-2 Reading leads over Harrisburg. Top of the order due up for the Fightin' Phil's. It'll be Aiden Miller for the second time tonight up to the plate against Hyun Il Choi, who is out for inning number 3 of work. Choi allowed 3 runs to Reading last inning. Couple of errors in the frame as well for Harrisburg. And the first pitch to Miller, swinging a foul ball, sharply hit down the left field line. It's 0-1. Of the 3 runs Choi allowed last inning, 2 of them were earned. And we mentioned with Falsnaugh, of the 2 runs he's allowed, none are earned. Brief delay as we wait for Jonathan Thomas, the left fielder, to get back to his position after retrieving that foul ball. So 1 the count here to Aiden Miller, pitch home. That's at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-2. So Miller quickly finds himself in a hole. Hitting leadoff for the second time this season. Back-to-back nights he's been in the leadoff spot. 0-2. Miller takes it down low. It's 1-2. This inning, though, when leading off an inning, Aiden Miller is hitting .321 with a .924 OPS. 1-2 outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So perhaps that went into the thinking of Aiden Miller moving up to the leadoff spot from number 2, where he was every other game this season up until yesterday. 2-2 the count. And the pitch home. Miller swinging a foul ball off the facing of the Phil's dugout on the third base side. Count stays even at 2. Miller did hit leadoff. He was moved to that spot with Jersey Shore late last year. Asked him today if he likes sitting there, and he said, "I'm a big fan of it." 2-2. Miller swings, ground ball third, charging Staley Fields, fires the first. And the corner-to-corner throw is in time. That's out number 1. Miller retired, and that'll bring Robert Moore to the plate. Miller hit it hard, 102 off the bat.
Second baseman Robert Moore.
So with one out, Robert Moore digs in from the left side. Switch hitter here against the righty, Hain Iljoy. And the first pitch home from the righty is over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Next pitch is in tight to Moore. It's 1-1. Moore struck out swinging his first time up tonight. And the next pitch, he swings at it. Hits a fly ball foul out of play. It's 1-2. Moore at 211 on this season. He's been scuffling as of late. Just 3 for 19 last week against Erie. 0 for 4 walking a strikeout last night. Next pitch is down for a ball. It's 2-2. Robert's dad, Dayton Moore, the former president of baseball operations for the Kansas City Royals. He's been in attendance the last couple of nights. And the 2-2. Moore swinging a ground ball, softly hit towards second. Charging Madej, Fields fires the first in time. And that is out number 2. And that'll bring Keaton Anthony to the plate now for the Fightin Phillies.
First baseman Keaton Anthony.
3-2, Reading atop in the top of the third inning. Anthony 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Rounded out the third, his first time up. Pitch to him. He's there for a strike. It's 0-1. Anthony named today the Phillies Organizational Hitter of the Month of May. 0-1. Anthony swings. Hard hit ground ball short, but right to King. Fields fires the first in plenty of time. And Anthony is retired again. 3 up, 3 down. Go down the Fightin Phillies in the third. We played 2.5 with Reading on top. It is 3-2. Bottom half of the third inning is brought to you by Swartz Colleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Colleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Braden Falsnaw back out for his third inning of work. With running up by 1, it'll be 5, 6, 7 to up for the Senators here in the inning.
Now batting for the Senators.
Joe Naranjo, the lone lefty in the lineup, will be the first man to the plate for Harrisburg. After a rough first inning that saw 8 come to the plate, Falsnaw did work around a couple of hits and faced 5 Senators last inning. The So Naranjo digs in from the left side. He's 0 for 1 tonight. A pop up to short. The first pitch to the lefty from the lefty is a strike. It's 0-1. Naranjo entered tonight at 245 on the year. Next pitch to him. Swinging a ground ball out of the reach of Falsnot. More charges. Field throws the first. It'll pull Anthony off the bag, so that'll be an infield single for Joe Naranjo. So third straight inning that the leadoff man reaches. Ball wasn't hit hard, but just out of the reach of Falsnot. Moore was playing deep at second, had the charge, and I don't even know if a good throw would have got him. That's why it goes down as a hit. So leadoff base runner, and that'll bring Caden Wallace to the plate. Wallace in from the right side, no outs, bottom 3. Fightin Phillies lead at 3-2. Boston at 41 pitches. First one home, and Wallace swings and he pops it up. Behind home plate, McIntosh ditches the mask, but it goes out of play, foul. And it's 0-1. Wallace hit a sac fly to right his first time up. Picked up RBI number 24 this season. And it's a 0-1 count to him. And Falsnot fires. That's down. Good block by Paul McIntosh as it was a changeup in the dirt. Keeps Joe Naranjo at first. Naranjo not really a threat to run. Has not stolen nor attempted to steal a base this year. And it's 1 ball, 1 strikes to count here to Caden Wallace. Pitch home. Swinging a miss, 1-2 behind a sinker at 90 from Falsnot. Wallace hitting 200 against the Fightin Phillies this year, 188 over the course of his career. I'll step out and call time. 23-year-old, acquired from the Kansas City Royals a year ago for Hunter Harvey. And the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball deep, right center field. Fergus races back. He will look over the shoulder and he'll make the catch. Cade Fergus, an impressive over-the-shoulder grab in straightaway center field. Naranjo does tag up to second. But nonetheless, an impressive play by Cade Fergus in center for out number 1, and that'll bring Murphy Staley to the plate.
Now batting for the Senators, third baseman, number 39, Murphy Staley.
Second time up tonight for Staley. Was hit by a pitch his first time up. 1 of 3 hit by pitches by Braden Falsnot in that first inning. And the pitch home is a bit up for a ball. It's 1-0. Fastball at 89 from Falsnot. Staley, 26-year-old, hitting .396 since joining Harrisburg on May the 13th. 1-0. Hit outside, 2 balls and no strikes to the right-handed bat, Staley. Joe Naranjo, the only base runner, leads off second. Represents the tying run here in the bottom of the third with Reading on top 3-2. Staley stands tall in the right-handed batter's box, slightly open. Next pitch home, swinging a foul ball. It's 2-1. Infield back for the Fightin Phillies. Left side pretty straight up. Moore shades towards the second base bag at second. With the righty up, Anthony is well off the bag at first, deep in the hole. 2-1 is down for a ball. It's 3-1. Staley, a 10th round pick of the Nationals back in 2022 out of Texas. Did play a little bit with Harrisburg in 2023. Mostly with Wilmington last year. Next pitch, he swings, and he pops it up towards shallow center. Miller out, Fergus in, and Fergus will make the catch for out number 2. So Cade Fergus had to go all the way to the warning track for one and nearly to the edge of the infield for another. But 2 impressive plays by the speedy center fielder for the Fightin' Phils. And that'll bring the catcher C.J. Stubbs to the plate.
Catcher, number 5, C.J. Stubbs.
Stubbs digs in for the right-handed batter's box with 2 outs here in the inning. Joe Naranjo gets his leadoff second. The first pitch home is up and in to the righty. It's 1-0. So the Senators 4 hits tonight, 2 of which have not even left the infield. One a bunt, another one a slow roller towards third. And the 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Behind a fastball at 90 was C.J. Stubbs. Stubbs 0 for 1 tonight, hitting just 144 on the season for Harrisburg. Going to Senators about a year ago. Signed with Washington as a free agent. The 1-1 is up, 2-1. Tenth round pick of the Astros in 2019. Played his college baseball at the University of Southern California. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count to the righty. Falsnaut is ready at the letters and deals. That one misses off, 3-1. That was pitch number 54 tonight for Braden Falsnaut. We'll toe the third base side of the rubber. He'll peek back at the runner, Joe Naranjo. 3-1 count, 2 outs here in the third. Reading leads by 1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Couldn't catch up to a sinker at 90 from Falsnaut. And now the lefty's a pitch away from getting out of this third inning. Stubbs, a .219 hitter with runners in scoring position this year. Struggled, though, against lefties. Just 2 for 27. .074 batting average as McIntosh gets time. Full count, 2 outs. Falsnaut ready at the letters. Payoff pitch. Swing and a fly ball straight back and over our heads here in the broadcast booth. Count stays full. Bit of a unique setup here at FNB Field in Harrisburg, where just slightly off down the first base line. As opposed to when we're at home, when we're closer to behind home plate. Full count, 2 outs. Falsnaut comes ready, deals home. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout tonight for Braden Falsnaut. Retires the side here in the third for the Senators. No runs on a hit. They leave 1. We will head to the 4th. Fightin' Phils lead it 3-2. Top half for the 4th inning. And a reminder that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to Burke's Oral Surgery and Dental Implant Center. 3-2, Fightin' Phils on top. It'll be 4, 5, 6 Due up for manager Al Padrique's lineup in this fourth inning. Hyun Il Choi is back out for his fourth inning of work. 56 pitches for the 25-year-old South Korean native. We said, signed with the Dodgers as an international free agent in 2018. Rule 5 pick in the minor league AAA phase by the Nationals back in December this past year. So Alex Pinellas digs in from the right side. Pinellas 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Ground out to third his first time up. So he'll dig in. Choi, the righty, is ready. And his first pitch home is in tight to the lefty. It's 1-0. Change up at 81 to Pinellas. Pinellas takes again, 2-0. Pinellas last played on Saturday night against Erie. Scored a run, had a hit. It was a triple in the bottom of the fifth inning. Next pitch, Pinellas swings and he pops it up. Mile high behind home plate. Stubbs ditches the mask and he'll watch as it goes out of play foul. And it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Pinellas started the season in the Red Sox organization, played with AAA Worcester, released by Boston May 23rd. 2-1, Pinellas swinging a miss, 2-2. As you may have heard in our pregame interview last night with Pinellas, drove all the way back to Wisconsin when he got released, took a nap, woke up, signed with the Phillies, drove all the way to Reading. 2-2, Pinellas swings and a line drive towards right center field, but Carlos De La Cruz, moving to his right, tracks it down. The right fielder makes the catch. That is out number 1. And that'll bring Felix Reyes to the plate for the Fightin Phils.
Left fielder Felix Reyes.
So talk about a lot of driving in a very short period of time for Alex Pinellas, but of course just very grateful to have gotten an opportunity so quickly. Right on about his 25th birthday too. First pitch to Felix Reyes. He'll take a changeup for a strike. It's 0-1. 88 on that offering from Hyun Il Choi. And the 0-1. That is down. 1 ball and 1 strike. Reyes reached his first time up on a throwing error by the third baseman Staley. One swing and a ground ball again to third. Staley charges, sets, fires the first, and this time an accurate throw, so that is out number 2. 7 straight retired by Choi, and that'll bring Seth Beer to the plate.
Designated hitter Seth Beer.
So Seth Beer digs in from the left hand of the batter's box. Worked a 10-pitch walk his first time up in the second. First pitch to Beer is a ball. It's 1-0. Beer, who's struggling mightily at the plate right now. But it's always a good sign when a guy's struggling with the bat, when they're still able to work good at-bats. And in Beer's case, 10 pitches and an eventual walk that led to the Paul McIntosh home run. 1-0. Beer swings and a hard-hit ground ball through the hole, up the middle, base hit for Seth Beer. That's got to feel really good, and like a monkey is off the back of Seth Beer. Snaps an 0 for 28 drought, hitless over his last 7 games. And he hit it hard, 107 off the bat. So a good night continues for Seth Beer. The 10-pitch walk in the second, the run scored, and now a hard-hit single up the middle. So 2 outs, that'll bring Paul McIntosh to the plate. He homered his first time up. A 3-run shot in the second. Pitch home, McIntosh takes it for a called strike. It's 0-1. Home run for McIntosh was his second of the year, first since April the 5th against Portland. 0-1 is down, 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, part of that was spent on the injury list. April 11th to May the 6th, McIntosh was sidelined with a knee injury. 1-1 is there for a strike. Was a curveball, 79 from Hyun-Il Choi, and he's got a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Paul McIntosh. Seth Beer on first, he'll get his lead. 3-2 Reading leads, top of the 4th inning. Choi is at 69 pitches tonight. Righty's ready for the first base side and deals. That's up above the letters of McIntosh. It's 2-2. Sinker at 90 from Choi. Beer again leads off first, 2-2 count. Choi deals, and McIntosh swings and misses down on strikes. Chase the changeup down out of the zone, and that will retire the side. 3rd strikeout tonight for Hyun-Il Choi. In the inning, no runs. Reading did have a hit, and they do leave 1 man on base. We have played 3.5 on to the bottom of the 4th inning. Fightin' Phillies lead it 3-2. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Klein is proud to be the official transportation provider of the Reading Fightin' Phillies. Klein Transportation gets our Phillies to all their road trips throughout the 2025 season. For more information, go to kleintransportation.com. 3-2, Reading atop Harrisburg in this home half of the 4th inning. Braden Falsnaught's back out for another inning of work. And it'll be 9-1-2. Set to come to the plate for the Senators. Kevin Madej, who singled his only time up tonight, will lead things off. Line Transportation got the Fightin' Phillies to Harrisburg yesterday. They'll return them back to Reading on Sunday. Then it's a 2-week homestand at home for the Fightin' Phillies. Kevin Madej leads off for Harrisburg. Braden Falsnaugh at 57 pitches out for inning number 4 work. You can get 1 or 2 out of him. You'll definitely take that for Falsnaugh. First pitch home, swung on, hit in the air, out towards center, not deep. Fergus in, Pineda as well. Fergus, though, makes the call on the catch in right center field. And that is out number 1. So Fergus 3 putouts in the last 4 batters that Reading has faced. And that will bring the top of the lineup. And Jacob Young to the plate here for Harrisburg. First pitch home is a ball. It's 1-0. Phillies playing in Toronto tonight. They're up 1-0 thanks to a Nick Castellanos home run. That came back in the top of the 2nd inning. 1-0, swung on, hit in the air towards left center. Reyes over, and the left fielder makes the catch. Young retired out number 2, and that'll bring Jonathan Thomas to the plate. Mick Abel, 2 innings so far, no runs, no hits, and a strikeout. Andrew Painter also on the mound for the Iron Pigs tonight. Top of the 4th inning in Charlotte. The Iron Pigs trail at 4-3. Painter some struggles tonight. 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. First pitch is a strike to Thomas. 4 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed. Painter 71 pitches, 47 strikes. Next pitch home is low and away. It's 1-1. I think what some people make sure that they realize about Andrew Painter is that before this year he had never pitched above the AA level. So despite the fact that he's healthy, still some development left for the 22-year-old arm. 1-1, swung on, hit in the air towards shallow right. Pineda, the birthday boy, is under it, and he will make the catch. So fly out to center, fly out to left, fly out to right, spreading the love. In the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for Braden Falsnaw. We have played 4 full at FNB Field. Fightin Phillies on top. It's 3-2. Top half of the 5th inning. Today's Fightin Phillies Alumni Report is presented by Deer Country. Couple of former R-Phils with good days yesterday for the Iron Pigs. Gabriel Rincones Jr. and Otto Kemp each homered. It was Kemp's 14th of the season. Kemp in total 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Justin Crawford also a hit and 2 runs and is hitting .337 on the season. Top of the 5th, 3-2, Fightin Phillies on top of Harrisburg. Leandro Pineda leads off, 8-9-1-2 up for the Fightin Phillies. Against Hayen Il-Joy, who's back out for inning number 5 of work. 71 pitches for the righty out of South Korea. So Pineda in from the left side. First pitch to him, and it's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Leandro Pineda celebrating his 23rd birthday today. The Venezuela native. See if he can get himself a good birthday present tonight. The 0-1 is a bit down. 1 ball and 1 strike to Pineda. Pineda 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out the second, back in the second. Pitch to him. Swinging a fly ball, hit towards right. Pretty well. De La Cruz tracks back. He'll have room. It dies just on the warning track, and the right fielder makes the catch. That's out number 1. Pineda retired. Hit it well. Traveled 314 feet. Probably needed about 15 more on it, as De La Cruz made the catch just at the entrance to the right field warning track. So the 9-man's up. Cade Fergus 0 for 1 tonight. Fergus struck out looking back in the second. His lone time up. First pitch to him. Fergus swinging a foul ball straight back. It's 0-1. Fergus 147 on the season. 0 for 3 last night. 0 for 1 tonight. So still looking for his first hit of the season as he steps out and calls time. Oh, 1. That's up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider that never really slid. It's at 84 from Choi. It's pitch number 76 of the night for him. Pitch home. Fergus will take it for a called strike. It's 1-2. Phillies took Fergus in the 13th round in 2022. Played his college ball at George Washington. Joined the Fightin Phillies last season. Pretty much from June on with Reading. 1-2 is down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Has pretty much assumed the everyday center field job for the time being. Played some center field and was eventually shifted out of there once Justin Crawford came up from high A. 2-2. Fergus will take that one just south of the knees, and the count goes full. Clear sunny night here on City Island in Harrisburg. Game number 2 of 6 between the Fightin' Phils and Senators. Harrisburg a 7-6 10-inning victory last night. 3-2. Fergus swings and misses. He's down on strikes for the second time tonight. It's the 4th strikeout overall for Hyun Il Choi. And with 2 outs in the inning, that'll bring the top of the lineup and Aiden Miller up for the Fightin' Phils. Miller 0 for 2 in tonight's ball game. Couple of ground outs. Average at 243 on the season. First pitch home. Miller swings, ground ball third. 2-hopper for Staley, who waits back on it. And the third baseman's throw across the diamonds in time. And that will retire the side here in the 5th. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base for the Fightin' Phils. We're halfway home here at FNB Field. Reading leads it 3-2. Bottom half of the 5th inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nested on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. Fightin' Phils lead at 3-2. Braden Falsnaut back out for inning number 5 of work. After a rough first inning, he has seemingly settled in nicely. And it'll be 3-4-5 of the Senators lineup due up for the 3rd time tonight. Seaver King will dig on in from the right side.
Leading on the inning for your Senators to be new solar power hitter shortstop Seaver King.
So King digs in from the right side to get things started here in the 5th. Falsnaut on at just 63 pitches, so if he has a good 5th, can't rule out the possibility of another inning from him. First pitch home is a slider at 78 for a called strike. It's 0-1. King tonight 2 for 2, couple of singles. First of which was a bunt single from Seaver King. 0-1, swung on, ground ball towards short. Miller waits back on it. Fields fires the first in time. That is out number 1. So King retires. That'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. 7 straight now sent down by Braden Falsnaut. Last base runner was a leadoff single from Joe Naranjo back in the 3rd. So De La Cruz will dig in from the right side. 3-2, Reading at top, bottom 5. Carlos 0 for 1 tonight. He was hit by a pitch. He's reached on a fielder's choice. The first pitch to De La Cruz. Will watch a sinker by for a strike at 90. It's 0-1. Falsnaut's pitch. Swinging a foul ball. It's 0-2. De La Cruz signed with the Nationals this offseason, January the 6th. After spending 2018 through 2024 in the Philadelphia Phillies organization. 0-2, swing and a miss. Carlos De La Cruz goes down on strikes. Just the 3rd strikeout tonight for Braden Falsnaut, but he's now sent down 8 in a row. And that'll bring Joe Naranjo to the plate, the last Senator who's reached. Good start to the inning for Braden Falsnaut. We talked about was really good the last time he's pitched here at FNB Field. September 11th of last year in Harrisburg, earned his first Double-A victory. First pitch, Naranjo takes for a strike. It's 0-1. 6 innings, no runs, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts against Harrisburg here last season. 0-1, that is down the chute again. It's 0-2. Falsnaut entering tonight in his career was 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA against the Senators. And that number continues to dip. Here's the 0-2. That's down low. Good take by Naranjo, who thought about it for a second. It's 1-2 on what was the 71st pitch of the night for Braden Falsnaut. Most he's gone this season is 87. Did that last week against Erie. And the 1-2. Over for a called strike 3. Slider top of the zone from Braden Falsnaut, and he sends the Senators down in order in the 5th. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. We have played 5 full here from FNB Field. Fightin Phillies on top of Harrisburg. It is 3-2. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, it offers a true test of golf on a championship-style course. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Top of the 6th inning, 3-2, Reading on top. They'll send 2-3-4 to the plate for the 3rd time tonight against Hyunil Choi, who's back out for another inning of work. Choi, 5 innings so far tonight, 3 runs, just 2 earned. He's allowed just 2 hits, a single to Seth Beer back in the 4th, and the home run, the 3-run shot to Paul McIntosh in the 2nd. And right now, that McIntosh home run, that's been the difference in tonight's ball game. So switch hitting Robert Moore in from the left side to lead off the frame. First pitch home. Moore swings and hits it sharply foul down the right field line. It's 0-1. Robert Moore 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a ground out. Next pitch, Moore will watch it by for a strike. It's 1-1. Moore's average is dipped to 209. It's been a very quiet last couple of weeks for Moore. He's hitless in this series, 0 for 6. Next pitch home, Moore swings and he pops it up. It's out of play, foul to the right side, and it's 1-2. Both bullpens quiet. Choi at 84 pitches. Falsnaut cruising through 5. Really outside of that first inning, he has been locked in. Totally different pitcher from what we saw to start this ball game. So 1-2, no outs. Choi's pitch. Moore will take it down, 2-2. Curveball at 77. That Stubbs pointed at him and said, hey, even though we didn't get a strike there, that's still a good pitch. And it is. And a 1-2 count. So now the count's even at 2 to Robert Moore. Pitch home. Swinging a ground ball right side. Drew the whole base hit. Robert Moore aboard. First hit of the night. First hit of the series. So a leadoff base runner. That'll bring Keegan Anthony to the plate. So Anthony digs in from the right side. He's Oddly 0 for 2 tonight. Ground ball to third, ground ball to short. Anthony on a 11-game hitting streak, 19-game on base streak. And the first pitch to Anthony is low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. If Anthony can get it on base today, it'll be the first 20-game on base streak since Otto Kemp did it from July 27th to August 21st of last season. 1-0. Anthony takes it at the knees for a called strike. It's 1-1. Anthony hitting .333 on the season. Entered today at .338, which was the leading mark in the Eastern League. Next pitch, Anthony swings, hits one well, left field. Back is Thomas, looks up, and that ball is gone. Keaton Anthony gets the 20-game on base streak in a big way. A 2-run shot for him, his third of the season, and the Fightin' Phils extend their lead. It's 5-2. Roved a hanging curveball deep to left field, 103 off the bat, 360 feet, and the Fightin' Phils get another. 5-2 the score. Alex Pinellas the batter. RBI number 26 and 27 for Keaton Anthony on the season. And before that, we're going to get a mound visit here. Looks like Troy is visibly frustrated. CJ Stubbs, the veteran catcher, will come out and talk to him. Keaton Anthony, one of those guys, as good as a year as he has. The home run numbers, a bit surprising, the sum. That was just his third home run of the season, but he's got the 20 doubles on the season. So you knew the power was going to come eventually, and you saw it in a big way right there. So here's Alex Pinellas' first pitch home. He swings and he pops it up. Shallow left towards the line. Staley out, Thomas in, and Staley, the third baseman, makes the catch. In foul ground, so that's out number 1. And that'll bring Felix Reyes to the plate. Sure, Braden Falstadt feeling pretty good right now after getting a couple more runs of support. Felix Reyes now digs in from the right side. First pitch to him, he swings, line drive towards right field. It'll fall in front of Carlos De La Cruz for a base hit. The third time through the order, Fightin' Phils are getting to Hayin Il Choi. Third hit of the inning. One out base runner for Seth Beer. Now we're going to get a mound visit here. Lano de Shields is out, so that might be the end of the night for Hayin Il Choi. He does point down towards the bullpen, so it looks like it is. So Choi's night is done. New pitcher coming in for Harrisburg out of the Alvernia University. Going to his bullpen. It'll be the lefty Dustin Signs. I'll have his numbers for you right after this. Still the top of the 6th inning, 5-2, running on top of Harrisburg. New pitcher is in for the Senators. It's Dustin Signs, who has primarily started this year, but he's in the bullpen, 3-5, a 6 ERA, 11th appearance, only his second in relief. 42 innings pitched, 53 hits allowed. He's allowed 7 home runs, walked 14, 28 strikeouts, The opponents are hitting .299 against Dustin Signs this year. Seth Beer, the first batter that Signs will face. Beer had to hit his last at-bat, digs in from the left side. First pitch of ball, it's nothing, it's 1-0 to him. Beer tonight is single and a walk. The walk was a 10-pitch walk. So a good night for Seth Beer, who was struggling entering tonight. Next pitch a strike, it's 1-1. Pitch home, Beer will take it just outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Two on the count. Reyes leads off first. 5-2, Reading on top here in the 6th. Signs ready. Here's the pitch. Beer, check swing. They're going to say he went around. I got away from Stubbs for a second. Reyes takes off. Throw to seconds in time. So C.J. Stubbs gets Felix Reyes trying to advance on a errant pitch, so it will be a caught stealing. Second out of the inning, 2-2 count now to Seth Beer. Next pitch to Beer is on the inside corner, called strike 3. So Seth Beer goes down on strikes to retire the side. But in the inning, Reading gets 2 runs on 3 hits, one of which being a 2-run home run from Keegan Anthony to extend his on-base streak to 20 games. There were no errors, and nobody is left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Fightin Phillies on top. It is 5-2. Bottom half of the 6th inning. And we'll take a look at our This Day in Baseball Town History update presented by Body Zone Sports and Wellness. June 4th, 2023, so 2 years ago in New Hampshire. Reading fell behind 4-0, but battled back to win 6-4. How about this? Carlos De La Cruz had 3 hits, including a game-tying home run and the eventual game-winning double in the 9th. De La Cruz also extended his on-base streak to 21 games in the win. So how about the irony in that? De La Cruz extended his on-base streak in that game. Keegan Anthony just got to 20 games with his home run tonight. And, of course, De La Cruz with the walk-off home run last night for Harrisburg is on Harrisburg now. So Caden Wallace leads off the 6th. 5-2, Reading leads. And the first pitch home, Wallace swings, pops it up. First base side. Anthony will give it a look, and will go out to play foul. It's 0-1. So Fosnaut at 73 pitches after that one. Man, Keegan Anthony, the year he's having, the stretch that he's had, especially since May 1st. He was hitting under 300 on the 1st, and he has just been red hot since then. 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Braden Fosnaut heading the count here to Wallace. Since May 1st, he's hitting 395. Probably closer to 400 after that home run. 0-2 the count. And Falstaff has really settled in. 3 outs away from a quality start. He's in line for the win. He's already pitched over 5 innings. Here's the 0-2. Check swing from Wallace. On a pitch that's down. They'll say no swing. And the 1-2. Just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Caden Wallace. Wallace 0 for 1 in today's game. A sac fly to right, also a fly ball to center. So 2-2 the count. Pitch home. Just outside again. It's 3-2. Sinker at 90 from Falsnot. Got to think this is probably the last inning for him. 77 pitches. Went a season high last week against Erie, 87. 6 days ago. 3-2. Swinging a foul ball off the netting on the right side. Three to the count, no outs to Wallace. Pitch home. Swing and a fly ball hit towards left, towards the line. It'll fall in for a base hit. Reyes cuts it off quickly, so Wallace holds it first. That'll be a leadoff single for him. The 5th hit that Braden Falsnall has allowed tonight, and that'll bring Murphy Staley to the plate.
Third baseman, Murphy Staley.
So no outs here for Staley, in from the right side. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He has been hit by a pitch. And the first pitch home is swung on and a ground ball foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. Reading does have bullpen action. Looks like Josh Hedgko, the sidearm righty, is warming up. And the 0-1. That's down 1-1. Harrisburg also an arm up. Eric Mejia is up and throwing. 30-year-old pitcher. So looks like Dustin Signs is going to be one and done tonight. Ball and a strike here to Murphy Staley. Pitch home. That's up 2-1. Caden Wallace leads off first. He led off the inning with a single. Falsnot at 82 pitches. Double play ball would be huge here. Reading turned 4 of them last night, a season high. The pitch home. Misses inside. It's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, no outs to Murphy Staley. And the pitch home is up ball 4. So leadoff single from Wallace, a walk of Murphy Staley. First walk Falsnall's issued tonight, and it looks like Al Patrique is going to go get him. So that will be the end of the night for Braden Falsnall. He goes 5+. He allows 2 runs currently. We'll see if it stays there. He won't get a quality start tonight, but he's still in line for the win. And a very commendable effort for Falsnall. He gets knuckle punches from all of his teammates in the infield. And he will hand the ball to Al Patrique and exit. Tip of the cap to Falsnall. Strong effort for him tonight. We'll step aside for a moment, and we'll have the new pitcher out of the Alverna University Golden Wolves bullpen when we come back. Out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen for the Fightin Phils, it's Josh Hetchka making his return to Reading in his second stint with the Fightin Phils this season. Hetchka made 2 appearances previously with the Phils, has not allowed a run, does have a save. That came back on May the 16th against New Hampshire. 1 2/3 innings pitched, 1 strikeout. He has walked 3. So sidearm righty for the Fightin Phils. So a very different look for Harrisburg after seeing the crafty lefty in Braden Falsnall to start this game. First and second, the runners. Reading leads by 2. Hetchka's first pitch home is a swing and a foul. It's 0-1. CJ Stubbs, the batter, the 8-man in the lineup for Harrisburg. Stubbs 0 for 2 tonight, couple of strikeouts. Pitch from Hetchka. That's there for a called strike 0-2, listed as a changeup at 86. Hetchka stands all the way on the third base side of the pitcher's mound, and he comes from the side. He stands close. The ball's coming from as far off to the third base side of the mound as possible, and the next pitch hits the batter Stubbs square in the back. Just totally lost that one. So it's the 4th time a Harrisburg batter has been hit tonight. That'll load the bases and bring the 9-man Kevin Madej to the plate. Reading leads at 5-2, bottom half of the 6th inning. Anthony's up at first. The rest of the infield back against the righty. They're looking to turn 2. First pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Reading very much up by 3, would trade a run if it means they can turn 2. Outfield plays pretty much normal depth. Got a good arm in center with Fergus. Average arms the other 2 spots. The next pitch swung on, ground ball short. Miller has it. He'll take it to the bag himself. Step on it, throw to first in time. And it's a 6-3 double play. Run does score. But like we said, Reading would most certainly take that. So Wallace touches home. Staley at third. Stubbs out at second. And Madej, it's a 6-3 double play. Does not get an RBI. And that'll bring Jacob Young, the leadoff hitter, to the plate for Harrisburg.
Center fielder Jacob Young.
So 2 outs in the inning. You can very much now see your way through this. 31st double play turn by Reading this year. They turned 4, a season high in last night's game. First pitch is there for a strike. It's 0-1 with a slider. Young, the Nationals outfielder on big league rehab. 0 for 2 tonight. Did get hit by a pitch and score a run in the first. The next pitch misses a bit down with the changeup. It's 1-1. 86 on that last offering. Run that did score is Falsnauts. Next pitch swung on, hit in the air, out towards shallow right. Outs more, ins Pineda, and Pineda will make the catch. And that will retire the side here in the 6th. Senators do get a run. They did it on just 1 hit. No errors and 1 man left on base. We are 2/3 the way home here at FNB Field. Reading on top 5-3 as we head to the 7th. Top half of the 7th inning, Fightin Phils lead 3-2. Fightin Phils lead 5-3. This top of the 7th inning, presented by White Star Travel, the official group sponsor of the Fightin Phils. Visit whitestartours.com for more. So 5-3 Reading leads in this top half of the 7th inning. Third pitcher of the day is in for Harrisburg. It's Eric Mejia. Mejia for Harrisburg making his 9th appearance out of the bullpen, 5.63 ERA. 8 innings, 8 hits, 7 walks, a home run allowed, 10 strikeouts. And opponents hitting .258 against Mejia this season. So it'll be 7, 8, 9 on the plate for the Fightin' Phils here in the inning. It'll start with Paul McIntosh, who will dig in from the right side. First pitch to McIntosh, a strike. It's 0-1. Mejia, the third Harrisburg pitcher of the day. We'll get the lines for you in a moment here on Dustin Signs and Hyen Il Choi. 0-1. McIntosh takes it inside. It's 1-1. One the count to McIntosh. Pitch home outside. It's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. McIntosh swinging a foul straight back. It's 2-2. Paul McIntosh tonight, 1 for 2. 3-run home run back in the first, which proves to be very large right now. His Reading leads at 5-3. And Mejia fires. McIntosh swings, ground ball, softly hit short. Charging King Fields fires the first. And the catchers retire. That's out number 1. That'll bring Leandro Pineda to the plate. So Hyen Il Choi tonight, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Dustin Signs, 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. First pitch to Pineda, lefty, swings and fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. A 1 is been inside for a ball, 1-1. Deep breath from Mejia. Righty fires home. McIntosh watches as the guy after him, Pineda, swings, and it's fouled back 1-2. McIntosh was retired to start this inning. Pineda on his 23rd birthday, 0 for 2 tonight, ground out and a fly out. 1-2. Pineda swings and a foul ball. It'll stay 1-2. For what it's worth, Reading bullpen is quiet. Looks like Josh Hedgka is going to come back out for the bottom of the 7th inning. Reading on top 5-3. 8-man Pineda at the plate here in the 7th. Mejia's pitch swung on, ground ball towards the right side. Glove by the first baseman, Naranjo. Will flip to the pitcher, Mejia covering the bag in time. That's out number 2. 3-1 goes the put out. And that'll bring the center fielder, Cade Fergus, to the plate for the Fightin' Phils. Fergus 0 for 2 tonight, couple of strikeouts. Every time he steps to the plate, the production team here at FNB Field plays some Fergie music. Gotta respect it. First pitch home is down for a ball, 1-0. Mejia signed with the Nationals as a free agent in 2022. He's 30 years old, one of the oldest players in AA. It's actually his first year as a pitcher. Yes, you heard that right. Next pitch to Fergus, up and in. It's 2-0. Started the year with Fredericksburg, which is single A. Now he's up here in AA. Spent last year with AAA Rochester. Fergus swinging a miss at the 2-0. It's 2-1. Did play in the big leagues with Kansas City in 2019 and 2020. Played 17 games. Also spent time with the Mariners. Made the Royals opening day roster in 2020. Fergus swings, pops it up foul. It's 2-2. So one that Robert Moore's dad Dayton would have some familiarity with as the president of baseball ops for the Royals previously. And he has also spent time in the Dodgers, Royals, Mariners organization. Originally signed with Seattle as a minor league free agent in 2012. Next pitch to Fergus, up for a ball, 3-2. So he has been a professional for 13 years. True definition of someone who just loves the game, a gutsy guy, doing whatever he can to stay in the sport of baseball. 30 years old in Double-A. 3-2, Fergus swings, pops it up, right side, out of play, foul. And the count remains full. 2 outs for Cade Fergus, 3-2 count, top of the 7th, 5-3 Reading atop with the bases empty. Payoff pitch. That's outside, ball 4. Good take there from Cade Fergus. So he works himself a 2-out walk. And with the base runner aboard, that'll bring the top of the lineup and Aiden Miller up for the 4th time in tonight's ball game. It's been a quiet night for Miller. He's 0 for 3. A trio of ground outs for the Phillies' #2 prospect. Twice the 3rd, once back to the pitcher. See if they send Fergus at all here. He's 5 for 6 stealing this year. He starts and stops. Miller swings, pops it up. It'll go out of play, foul to the right side. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Miller, 241. He's got 5 home runs, 15 RBI, including 3 last night. The pitch, Miller takes up and in. It's 1-1. They're going to throw over to first, and Fergus just gets back in safely. But pickoff move there from Mejia. See if they do send Fergus here eventually. One ball, 1 strike to count. Fergus leads off first. Here's the pitch. Miller takes down, 2-1. Cutter at 86 from Mejia. Running on top, 5-3, top of the 7th. Miller, a couple of hits last night. 3 RBI, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored. It was his first game in the leadoff spot this year. Now hitting leadoff in back-to-back contest is Aiden Miller. He's up in the count, 2-1. Mejia's ready and fires home. Miller takes it up at the letters, 3 balls, 1 strike. 4-seam fastball at 98 from Mejia. And if you're throwing 98, it's no wonder that he made the transition to pitcher. Fergus leads off first, 2 outs in the inning. He is ready against Miller, and they'll check on Fergus. Another close play, but back in safely with a headfirst dive is Cade Fergus. (3-1). He is ready at the belt. And the pitch home. Fergus takes off. Miller takes it. Is ball 4, so the throw down won't matter. So after 2 quick outs from Eric Mejia, back-to-back walks issued by the right-handed pitcher. And that'll bring Robert Moore to the plate with 2 outs for the Fightin Phils. So Miller now aboard for the 2nd straight game. Two outs, Moore in, runners on 1st and 2nd. Infield plays back, neither runner held on. And now we'll get a mound visit here for Harrisburg. CJ Stubbs goes out to talk to his pitcher, Eric Mejia. Looks like Harrisburg is getting an arm loose up in the bullpen. Of course, the hope for them is to not have to go there this inning. Robert Moore, 1 for 3 today. Singled and scored a run his last time up in the 6th. First pitch, Moore takes a sinker down the chute for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Moore takes inside for a ball, 1-1. Moore switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Mejia, who's facing his 5th batter here of the inning. Moore, 321 hitter with runners in scoring position. That's amongst the top 15 in the Eastern League. Just 189 though with 2 outs. 1-1. Moore takes outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Garrett Davila is up and throwing for Harrisburg now. They used a lot of pitchers last night, and it looks like they might tax their bullpen again tonight. Next pitch, Moore swings, hits it in the air, out towards deep left center. The yard will hold it. Thomas, the left fielder, is back, and he'll make the catch. And that will retire the side here in the 7th. No runs, no hits for the Fightin' Phils. They did leave 2 aboard, and it's time to stretch here at FNB Field. Bottom half of the 7th up next. Fightin' Phils on top, 5-3. We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and it's brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Josh Hedgeka back out for his first full inning of work. Did get 3 outs in the 6th. Came in relief of Braden Falsnaw, but his first clean inning of the night. It'll be 2-3-4 the lineup, 2 up for Harrisburg. Jonathan Thomas will lead things off for the Senators. Final line on Braden Falsnaw, 5+, 5 hits, 3 runs, just 1 earned. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and after the way the game started, he'll 100% take the effort from Falsnaw tonight. Gutsy effort for him and a solid one. So Hedgeka back out there. First pitch is a bunt, but it's jabbed at and hit foul. It's 0-1 by Jonathan Thomas. Reading needs 9 more outs in their bullpen. They were not able to get them last night. As Harrisburg came from behind the win. Next pitch is up for a ball, 1-0. Reading led at 4-2 in the 8th. Harrisburg scored 2 runs to tie the game off Travis Kuhn. Reading led at 6-4 in the 10th. Next pitch swung on and it's popped up. Shallow center. Moore's out. So is Miller and Fergus makes the catch. Miller peeled off at the last second, and Cade Fergus a nice running catch. That's out number 1. Thomas retired. And that'll bring Seaver King to the plate.
Number 2, solar power hitter, shortstop, Seaver King.
Reading led 6-4 in the 10th. Nelson Alvarez gave up 3 runs, including a 2-run, 2-out, 2-strike walk-off home run to Carlos De La Cruz. First pitch to Seaver King's outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Harrisburg does have bullpen action. Luke Young is up and throwing. Young did pitch last night, just the 3rd of an inning though. He was the winning pitcher for Harrisburg in the ballgame. Got the final out in the 10th inning. Next pitch home, swung on, foul back, it's 1-1. Luke Young came in relief of Michael Cuevas, who allowed a couple of runs, just 1 earned over 2/3 of an inning in the top of the 10th. Ball on a strike, 1 out to Seaver King. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Next pitch, swinging a foul tip, squeezed by McIntosh. It's 1-2. King a bunt single in the first, another single in the second. They grounded out to short his last time up in the 5th. Reading leads 5-3, bottom half of the 7th inning. After falling in heartbreaking fashion last night, they're looking to even up this series. Next pitch, swung on, hit in the air, shallow right, towards foul territory. Anthony is back, and it will go foul off the netting. And it stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 again the count. The 3-hitter Seaver King playing shortstop tonight. Second AA game. Caught up from Wilmington prior to Tuesday's contest. Pitch home. Swung on, ground ball right side. Moore has it played perfectly by the second base bag. Second baseman gobbles it up, fires the first in time for out number 2. So 4 straight retire now by Josh Hetchka. And that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate for the Senators.
Right fielder Carlos De La Cruz.
Carlos De La Cruz digs in from the right side. 0-for-2 in tonight's ball game. Was hit by a pitch. First pitch to him is a strike. It's 0-1. Slider on the inside corner to the righty. Carlos listed at 6'8". He'll tell you he's 6'9", though, if you ask him. Next pitch, swinging and a miss, 0-2. And if De La Cruz is able to get to the big leagues one day, he will become the tallest position player to ever make the major leagues. So, a lot at stake here for Carlos De La Cruz. 0-2, 2 outs. Hetchka fires. But outside, 1-2. Hetchka, 28-year-old. Phillies got in a trade with the Mets in February of this year. Next pitch of De La Cruz. He swings and he pops it up. Shallow right. Anthony out. So is Moore. Pineda's in towards the line, and the right fielder will make the catch in foul territory to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. A strong inning for Josh Hetchka. We're through 7 full. Fightin' Phil's 5, Senators 3. We go to the top of the 8th inning, and it's time to take a look at our Fightin' Phil's team leader. And let's just focus on the guy who's leading off this inning, Keaton Anthony. Reading leads at 5-3 over Harrisburg. Anthony leads Reading entering today in hitting, 338, on base percentage, 391, slugging, 516, OPS, 907, hits, 53, doubles, 20, RBI, now 27. Pretty impressive, to say the least. Anthony leads off this inning. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Hit a 2-run home run his last time up in the 6th. And despite how good of a year Anthony has had, it was just his 3rd home run of the season. It is, though, his 24th extra base hit. Another number that leads Reading and also is amongst the top in the Eastern League. First pitch to Anthony is a ball down. It's 1-0. New pitcher in for Harrisburg. It's Luke Young. We talked about before the break, just a 3rd of an inning last night for Young. 18th appearance, 1-2, a 3.98 ERA. Next pitch to Anthony is a ball. It's 2-0. 20 1/3 innings pitched, 23 hits allowed. has surrendered a home run, 6 walks, 20 strikeouts, 295 opponent's batting average. 2-0 is down, 3 balls and no strikes to Keaton Anthony. Average sits right back at 338 after the home run in his last at-bat, which is going to help the slugging and the on-base percentage as well. 3-0 is down the chute for a called strike, 3-1 to Anthony. Anthony today was named the Phillies minor league hitter of the month of May. Absolutely zero surprise in that decision. 3-1, Anthony swings and fouls it back, 3-2. Now we just have to lobby the Eastern League to make him the Eastern League hitter of the month. I mean, he's got an argument. He was tied with Blaze Jordan of Portland with .390 batting average in the month of May for the league lead. Next pitch, Anthony swings, line drive into center field, base hit. All this kid does is hit. Second hit of the night for Keaton Anthony. And it's a leadoff single for him. And that'll bring Alex Pinellas to the plate. 102 off the bat for Keaton Anthony, just right through the middle. And he's aboard. First pitch to Pinellas, he swings and he fouls it back. It's the third straight game that Keaton Anthony has had 2 hits in. Sunday, Tuesday, and tonight. Next pitch inside for a ball, it's 1-1. Like, I know everyone talks about Aiden Miller, and Aiden Miller's been playing really well lately, and I think we are in for a really special summer with Aiden Miller. I can feel that the confidence is there. 1-1. Pinellas takes first strike, 1-2. But don't take for granted what we're seeing from Keaton Anthony. In this day and age of baseball, what he's doing is so rare. He's up to 342 after a second hit of the night. 342. It's June the 4th. It's not early anymore. Pinellas swings at the 1-2 and it's foul. And he's doing it, like we said, without hitting a lot of home runs. He's got 20 doubles. That leads the Eastern League. And oh, by the way, that matches the lead for Reading last year. It was Robert Moore. He had 20 doubles over the course of a whole season. Anthony's done it in 2 months. Today, the 2-month anniversary of opening night. 1-2. Pinellas swings and fouls it back. So for however long Anthony is in Reading this year, whether it's a call-up or whatever else, make sure you enjoy what he's doing, because that young man, 23-year-old, is turning in a very special season for the Fightin' Phils. 1-2 to Pinellas, and he will take it inside for a ball. It's 2-2. So Anthony right now, 342 he's hitting. He's got 20 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 27 runs driven in. 2-2. Pinellas takes it down, 3-2. Ball got away from the catcher Stubbs for a moment. Not far enough, though, for Anthony to take off. It's one category he hasn't done really anything in this year. That's the stolen base department. Has not attempted a steal, nor does he have any. 20-game on-base streak, 12-game hitting streak for Keaton Anthony. 3-2, Pinellas swing, ground ball. It's over the head of the first baseman, Naranjo, and down the right field line for a base hit. Anthony heads to third, whole stop there. Pinellas trails him to second, and it is a double for Alex Pinellas, his second in a Fightin' Phils uniform. And Reading has runners on second and third, still no outs for Felix Reyes, and a real chance to try and bust this game open. It was hit hard, 98 off the bat from Pinellas, and it was a high chopper, and Naranjo, who was holding the runner at first, had to go over his head. If he was deep and normal at first, probably makes that play. But hey, you'll take it if you're the Fightin' Phils. So 2-run lead, top 8. Infield comes up for Harrisburg. First pitch to Felix Reyes. He swings and misses. It's 0-1. Reyes 1 for 3 in tonight's ball game. He singled his last time up. He was caught stealing, though. Next pitch is down for a ball. It's 1-1. Ball and a strike, no outs. Runners on second and third here for the Fightin' Phils. Luke Young's pitch is down, 2-1. There is bullpen action for the Fightin' Phils. The lone lefty in their pen, Andrew Walling, is up and throwing. And the Fightin' Phils trying to see if they can get a couple more insurance tallies tacked on. It's a 2-1 count to Felix Reyes. Here's the pitch. That's down in the dirt, 3-1. Good block from C.J. Stubbs. Pitch number 18 of the inning from Luke Young. Looks like Harrisburg has an arm up and throwing in their bullpen as well. Luke Young set at the belt, 3-1 count, the pitch. Reyes swing, ground ball towards second, but A fields it, looks Anthony back to third, throws to first in time. That's out number 1, and that'll bring Seth Beer to the plate for the Fightin' Phils.
Designated hitter, Seth Beer.
Garrett Davila, who was throwing earlier for Harrisburg, is back up and throwing in the bullpen. So Beer digs in from the left side. Second and third, infield up. Pitch home, takes for a strike, 0-1. So we talked about here, the Harrisburg audio-video team will play different songs and the like that kind of correspond with players' names or sound effects. Seth Beer, of course, a fun one to kind of mess around with. Next pitch, Beer swings, hits it in the air, slicing towards the left field line. Over is Thomas, makes the catch. Anthony tags from third, hole score, and Seth Beer gets the job done. As Anthony scores on a sac fly, Benella stays put at second. And that is out number 2. Reading another at 6-3, RBI number 4 for Seth Beer. And that'll bring Paul McIntosh to the plate. But back to what we were saying, what Harrisburg did is they kind of play like a German Oktoberfest theme music, which brings us, of course, to September the 13th. We will play as the Reading Pros to celebrate Oktoberfest in Berks County. So a little appropriate right there. Work by Harrisburg. Paul McIntosh, the batter. First pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. McIntosh 1 for 3 tonight. 3-run home run, though, back in the second. Next pitch, McIntosh takes again. It's up, 2-0. Swung on, ground ball, left side, backhand stop by King at short, throw to first, in time. What a play by Seaver King. A Derek Jeter-like backhand and jump throw gets Paul McIntosh, and that will retire the side in the top of the 8th. Reading, though, does get a run. They did it on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the home half of the 8th inning. Fightin' Phils lead at 6-3. Bottom half of the 8th inning, Fightin' Phils lead 6-3. New pitcher is in for Reading. It's Andrew Walling. 10th appearance for Walling, 0-2, 2 saves, 5.79 ERA. 9 and 1/3 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, and 6 walks for Walling. So he'll get 5, 6, 7 of the Harrisburg lineup. Joe Naranjo will lead things off. As Walling completes his warm-up tosses. Paul McIntosh, who was the last batter of the innings, took a couple of extra moments to get out there. Throws it down. Good outing for Josh Etchka. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. And for Austin, we talked about 5+, 5 hits, 3 runs, an earned run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Joe Naranjo is the batter. First pitch home is a ball outside. It's 1-0.
Your Senators, the first baseman, Joe Naranjo.
And the pitch home, Naranjo misses it up. It's 2-0. Next pitch is at the knees for a called strike. It's 2-1. Joe Naranjo tonight is 1 for 3. Next pitch is up. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch home. That's up all 4. So Walling loses him. It's a 5-pitch walk to start this inning. Just the second walk issued by Reading pitching tonight. And that'll bring the 6-hole hitter, Caden Wallace, to the plate. So Reading varying up the looks very much. They went lefty Fosnaught, the sidearm righty Hedgeka, now Walling. First pitch to Wallace, a foul ball. It's 0-1.
Presented by FNB Solutions, experts in cyber and national security.
Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Caden Wallace tonight 1 for 2. Singled and scored a run his last time up. Also has hit a sac fly and drove in a run tonight. Nothing and 2, no outs here to Caden Wallace. Walling ready, and the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, sharply hit left field line. It's 0-2. So count remains 0-2 here to Caden Wallace. Pitch home from Walling is up for a ball. It goes to 1-2. No outs here in the inning. Naranjo gets the lead off first. Deep breath from Walling. And pitch home. That's down. Good block by McIntosh to keep the runner at first. Wallace extended the arm and said, stay put. Two balls, 2 strikes to count here to Caden Wallace. 6-3 Reading leads, bottom half of the 8th inning. Deep breath from Walling, sets at the letters, deals. Swinging a line drive down the right field line. It'll go foul, out of play, 2-2.
Presented by FNB Solutions, experts in cyber and national security.
Leandro Pineda, a couple of extra seconds to retrieve that foul ball. 2-2. Swung on, ground ball, second. Moore charges Fields, flips to Miller for one. And that's all they'll get. Miller dropped the ball on the relay. So he'll take it fielder's choice with a tough play all around. Naranjo cut off at second. 4-6 goes to fielder's choice. And that'll bring Murphy Staley to the plate for Harrisburg with one out here in the eighth.
Third baseman, Murphy Staley.
First pitch, swing and a miss by Staley. It's 0-1. Next pitch inside for a ball. It's 1-1. On a strike here to Murphy Staley. One out in the bottom of the eighth inning. The pitch swung on, foul ball just to our left behind home plate. It's 1-2. Staley tonight 0 for 1. He has walked him and hit by a pitch. Next one home, fastball 95, misses up. It's 2-2. Game 2 of 6 between Reading and Harrisburg. Fightin Phillies fell 7-6 last night in heartbreaking fashion. Looking for a bounce-back victory tonight. 2-2 is down. It gets away from the catcher, McIntosh. Up to second will go Caden Wallace. That takes the double play out of order. And it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count here to Murphy Staley. Gonna be a wild pitch on Andrew Walling. 3-2. That's up off 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Walling. Does put the double play back in order. Runners on first and second. And that'll bring C.J. Stubbs to the plate, who struck out a couple of times tonight.
Catcher, C.J. Stubbs.
But before Stubbs comes up, it'll be a mound visit here from Brad Bergeson. So mound visit concludes. C.J. Stubbs up. We got runners on first and second. One out here in the bottom half of the eighth inning. 6-3 Reading on top. Stubbs does represent the tying run for the Senators. He digs in. 0 for 2 tonight. 2 strikeouts and hit by pitch. Walling, 18 pitches already here in the inning. Number 19, outside for a ball. It's 1-0. John McMillan is beginning to get loose in the bullpen for the Fightin Phils. Walling deals. That's at the knees for a called strike. It's 1-1. Next pitch is a bit upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Stubbs. Walling the lefty, struggling with command here in the inning, trying to work around it. Pitch home. Swung on, fouled back. It's 2-2. 6-3, Harrisburg trails Reading. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Game just about 2.5 hours old here at FNB Field on City Island in the state's capital. Two. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Andrew Walling is a big one, as Garrett Stubbs' brother CJ goes down swinging. First strikeout for Walling, and that'll bring the 9-hitter Kevin Madej to the plate. Madej 1 for 3 today. They ground into a double play his last time up. First and second, 2 outs, bottom 8. First pitch, inside, it's 1-0 to the righty. Next pitch, low and away, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs in the 8th. Running by 3. Madej is the tying run. Pitch home is there for a called strike. It's 2-1. May have been a bit up with a fastball at 95, but home plate umpire Jack Wasson said it was a strike. Wasson, the crew chief behind home plate. Trevor Patience at first. Davian Fryer up at third. 2-1 from Walling. Swung on, line drive into right field, base hit. Around third is Wallace. Pineda's throw home is cut off by Keaton Anthony, and a run to score. It is Wallace. So it's an RBI single for Kevin Madej. Harrisburg gets one back. It's a 6-4 ball game. That'll bring Jacob Young to the plate. Murphy Staley did go first to third on the play. So it puts men on the corners. 2 outs now for Jacob Young. And that is going to be the end of the night for Andrew Walling. Al Padrique's coming out. Andrew Walling goes 2/3 of an inning tonight. Some struggles with command and then some hard hit balls spoil his night tonight. So he'll get the ball to Al Padrique. John McMillan will fire his final warm-up toss and come in. And we'll have our new pitcher from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen after this here on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network. John McMillan is the new pitcher in out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen for the Fightin' Phils. He's making his 6th appearance, no decisions, does have a save in 2 opportunities, and a 6.23 earned run average. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks for John McMillan this season. 6.23 ERA, though, a bit deceiving. Allowed 3 earned runs in his first outing on May the 15th against New Hampshire, but since then, it's been 4 outings, 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. So he's been really good as of late, turning himself into a reliable late-inning arm for the Fightin' Phils. All inherit runners on the corners, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. First time this season he enters an inning not clean. And the batter is Jacob Young. First pitch is over for a called strike 0-1. Fastball 94 from John McMillan. Young 0 for 2 tonight. Next pitch, way outside, and it's 1-1. Tying run on first, Simade. Young's the go-ahead run at the plate. And a low throw, and it gets away from Keaton Anthony. Unable to pick it on a pickoff play. Heading to third goes Midday. The throw is not in time. He's safe. Staley scored. And Midday heads to third. That makes it a 6-5 ball game, and now the tying run's just 90 feet away. It's going to be a throwing error on McMillan. It'll be the third error of the night for the Fightin' Phils. And now things get real interesting. 6-5, 2 outs, bottom 8. Pitch home is way up. It's 2-1. McMillan comes ready, slightly above the letters. Midday leads off third. Next pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. It's been struggles for Reading's bullpen the last couple of nights, and tonight appears to be no different. 1-run lead for the Fightin' Phils. Harrisburg 2 across here in the 8th. 2-2 count, 2 outs, tying run on third. McMillan's ready at the letters. The pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. John McMillan gets Jacob Young swinging at a slider at 86, and that will retire the side here in the 8th. Harrisburg, though, does score 2 runs. They did it on just 1 hit. There was an error and 1 man left on base. We will head to the 9th inning. Fightin' Phils still lead it over Harrisburg. It is 6-5. Top of the 9th inning, and tonight's attendance at FNB Field here in Harrisburg, 3,064. Thanks to our friends at PSCCU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSCCU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. So, top of the 9th inning, Fightin' Phils lead at 6-5. And a new pitcher is in for Harrisburg, Garrett Davila. 22nd appearance for Davila, 4-2, a 2.86 ERA. 22 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed, 7 walks, 19 strikeouts. He has surrendered a home run, and the opponent's hitting 156 against him. Leandro Pineda, first he faces, and the first pitch swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. Pineda, Fergus, Miller. The 3-2 up for the Fightin' Phils here in the 9th. Reading's bullpen is quiet. Looks like McMillan is going to get a chance for the save. 0-1. Pineda swinging a line drive down the right field line, but it's foul. 0-2. Pineda 0 for 3 in tonight's game. On tonight, his 23rd birthday. Looking for a big hit to try and celebrate. He's been held off the score sheet tonight. 0-2 the count here. Davila, the lefty, is ready. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Pineda goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Davila, 6 overall for Harrisburg pitching. That'll bring Cade Fergus to the plate. Final line for Luke Young, 1 inning, 2 hits, a run it was earned, no walks and no strikeouts. So Fergus digs in from the right side. 0 for 2 tonight, a couple of strikeouts, did walk. He squares the bunt, pulls back, and it's a ball outside 1-0. Pitch home. Fergus takes 2-0. Bit outside again. Pitch home. Fergus inside, almost hit him. Cade Fergus on the season is tied for 4th in the Eastern League and hit by pitches with 6. He does crowd the plate, and now it's a 3-ball, no-strike count to Fergus. Next pitch home, Fergus takes it for a called strike. It's 3-1. Aiden Miller awaits on deck for the Fightin Phillies. Next pitch, Fergus takes again. It's 3-2. Full count, 1 out. Time's called, this time by Cade Fergus. Fergus, 2 strikeouts, a walk in tonight's game. Here's the pitch. He swings, hits it in the air well. Left center field. Thomas and Young both go back, and it is caught by the center fielder Young. Fergus gave that one a ride to deep left center field. Probably out of where at home for what it's worth. But nonetheless, it is a deep fly out for Fergus. And that's out number 2, and that'll bring Aiden Miller to the plate. First pitch to Miller, swing and a ground ball foul up the third base line. And the next pitch, Miller takes again 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch, a strike. It's 1-2 to Aiden Miller. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Miller. And the pitch is outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Miller. Next pitch, Miller swinging a foul ball straight back. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Miller. 0 for 3 tonight. He has walked in tonight's ball game. 2-2. Upstairs at the letters, 3-2. 6-5, Reading leads top half of the 9th inning. Looks like John McMillan will come back out, and it'll be 2-3-4 due up for Harrisburg in the next frame. 3-2, Miller takes outside ball 4. So second walk tonight for Miller. It's coming as many at-bats. And that'll bring Robert Moore to the plate now with 2 outs here in the inning.
Second baseman Robert Moore.
First pitch, Moore takes it outside for a ball. It's 1-0. And they have Miller picked off. Throw to second is in time, and Miller is out. And that will end the inning here in the 9th. So in the inning for Reading, no runs, no hits. No one left on base. We'll head to the bottom half of the 9th inning. It's winning time for the Fightin' Phils. They lead it 6-5. Bottom half of the 9th inning. John McMillan back on the mound for the Fightin' Phils. 2-3-4 due up for Harrisburg. Jonathan Thomas will lead things off. 6-5, Reading is atop the Senators. Same situation pretty much as last night. A 1-run lead, Harrisburg down to their final 3 outs. Last night the Senators were able to walk it off, and the guy who did, Carlos De La Cruz, is the 3rd man due up here in the inning. So Jonathan Thomas will lead things off here for the Senators. I'll dig in from the right side. First pitch home. Thomas tried to check his swing, could not. It's 0-1. Next pitch, there for a strike. It's 0-2. Thomas 0 for 4 in tonight's ball game. He did reach on an error back in the first and score. It was a first inning that nearly spelled disaster for the Fightin' Phils. And the 0-2, just outside for a ball, 1-2. Next pitch is up. They're going to peel the swing. They say no swing. It was up tight to Thomas. And as he leaned out of the way of it, the bat came forward but did not break the plane. And the next pitch, just outside for a ball. It's 3-2 to Thomas. Harrisburg does have an arm thrown in the bullpen should this game reach the 10th. And the 3-2. That's up ball 4. So leadoff man aboard here in the 9th for the Senators. And the winning run, Seaver King, will be the batter here for Harrisburg. First pitch home, runner goes. King hits it in the air towards center, not deep. Fergus goes back, he'll make the catch. Thomas has to retreat to first, he'll get there. As he was off and running on the pitch, that is out number 1. And that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. So kind of a similar spot to last night. Carlos De La Cruz, the batter. Just 1 out this inning, but he is the winning run with Harrisburg down by 1. First pitch is down. It gets away from the catcher, McIntosh. He's got to get to it quickly. And it stays in play. He throws a third, though. The runner tried to get there, and he's safe. The entire Fightin Field's dugout is beside himself that the runner was called safe in Thomas. Al Padrique comes out. And he's going to argue with Davian Fry, who was not in position to make that call. But that's kind of the dangers you run with a 3-man umpire crew. It was a pass ball, or it was a wild pitch, that was rolling towards the dugout. McIntosh had to slide to stop it. He did. But in the process of that, he didn't get to his feet quick enough, and Thomas went second to third. McIntosh's throw looked like it beat the runner, but apparently it did not. So the infield up, 1-0 the count to Carlos De La Cruz. The pitch, bit inside, it's 2-0. Next pitch, De La Cruz, swing and a miss, 2-1. Next pitch, De La Cruz, swing and a miss, 2-2. Boy, would a strikeout be big here. Two and 1 out to Carlos De La Cruz. McMillan ready with the infield up and the tying run on third. The pitch, swung on, hit in the air well. Deep right field. Did he do it again? Oh my goodness, he did. For the second straight night, Carlos De La Cruz walks off his former team with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. And with Harrisburg down run, they do the improbable and come from behind and beat the Fightin Phils tonight. It was a slider up in the zone, 105 off the bat, 375 feet. And the Harrisburg Senators have another comeback win just like they did a night ago. Unbelievable. 2 straight nights, the same story, and it's the same villain who used to be a former friend. Carlos De La Cruz hits another 2-run walk-off home run just like he did 1 night ago. So Harrisburg victorious tonight by a final score of 7-6. Same score as last night. Same player hits the walk-off. Deja vu, that's what it is. We'll step aside for a moment. Post-game show coming up after this on the Our Phils Radio Network. Back here on the Fightin Phils Radio Network, it's time for the post-game show, and I mean, it's the same story as it was last night. Fightin Phils had a lead, surrendered the lead late, and a guy by the name of Carlos De La Cruz hits a 2-run home run in the 9th inning to give Harrisburg the win. Same story, different day for the Fightin Phils and for Carlos De La Cruz this time. And we'll take a look now at how it all went down in tonight's ball game. Senators struck first in what was a sloppy first inning for the Fightin Phils. Jacob Young hit by a pitch. Jonathan Thomas aboard on an error, which was a catcher's interference call. Seaver King then singled on a bunt. And then Carlos De La Cruz hit by a pitch. Caden Wallace a sac fly. 2 runs in total for Harrisburg in the first inning. But Reading did respond with 3 of their own in the second inning. Felix Reyes reached on an error by third baseman Staley. Seth Beer walked. A 10-pitch walk for Seth Beer. And then Paul McIntosh hit a 3-run home run in the second inning to put the Fightin Phils up 3-2. We go to the top of the 6th. Robert Moore led off the inning with the home run, and then Keenan Anthony followed with a 2-run home run. That made it at the time 5-2. Fightin Phils on top. And then in the bottom half of the 6th inning, Harrisburg did get a run back. False not allowed a single to Caden Wallace and walked Murphy Staley. His day was done. C.J. Stubbs was hit by a pitch by Josh Hetchka. Mayday hit into a 6-3 double play that did score Wallace. So it made it 5-3 Reading at that point. False not, 5+ innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. So we go to the 8th. Reading, though, does get an insurance run in the frame. Keaton Anthony singled, Alex Pinellas doubled. Anthony moved to third, and then Seth Beer a sac fly to continue a good night for him. That made it 6-3 Reading at the time. Senators, though, got 2 runs in the 8th inning. Naranjo walked. Wallace reached on a fielder's choice. Murphy Staley walked. And then Kevin Madej singled off John McMillan to score Wallace and Staley. And that made it a 5-4 ball game. Excuse me, I made it a 6-5 ball game. Reading went down scoreless in the top of the 9th. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Jonathan Thomas walked. Seaver King hit a fly out to center. So Thomas on first. John McMillan threw a wild pitch. And Paul McIntosh dove to keep it out of the dugout, which he did, but he was on the ground for too long, so that allowed the runner King to get to third. McIntosh had a strong throw to third, and they thought they had the runner out, but the umpire, Davian Fry, caught him safe. And there was an argument from Al Padrique, but that stood as it was. And then Carlos De La Cruz, for the second night in a row, hits a 2-run walk-off home run against his former team. So 7-6 the final. That's how it went down tonight. We'll step aside one final time when we come back, take a look at the totals, and look ahead to tomorrow. And we'll have that when the post-game show rolls on after this on the Fightin Phils Radio Network. Back here on the postgame show here on the Fightin Phil's Radio Network as we wrap things up tonight from FNB Field here in Harrisburg. Fightin Phil's fall 7-6 to the Senators for the second night in a row. And second night in a row that Carlos De La Cruz hits a walk-off home run for Harrisburg. So we'll take a look now at our totals here. Reading with the loss, they dropped to 18-33, 6 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, 4 men left on base. Harrisburg with the wins, 26-27, 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base. Garrett Davila gets the win. He's 5-2. John McMillan, the blown save and the loss. He is 0-1. Time of the game, 2 hours and 52 minutes in front of a crowd of 3,064 fans on a very summer-like warm day here from City Island. Take a look now at our out-of-town scoreboards. We'll start with going around the Eastern League. Binghamton, a morning win over Somerset 4-3. Hartford beat Portland 4-2. Erie, 7-6 victory over Richmond. Akron, a 4-2 defeat against Chesapeake. So Chesapeake to win in 10 innings. And New Hampshire, a 3-0 win against the Altoona Curve tonight. In the Phillies organization, Big Phil's 1-1, bottom half of the 9th inning. In Toronto, Lehigh Valley lost 8-3 tonight to Charlotte. Andrew Painter handed the loss. Jersey Shore fell 8-2 against Binghamton today, and Clearwater and Bradenton was postponed due to inclement weather. So that's a look at our out-of-town scores. Take a look ahead at tomorrow one final time. 6:30 first pitch here in Harrisburg. Mitch Newborn gets the start for what's expected to be a bullpen game for the Fightin Phils against Tyler Stewart, the former Mets prospect, now here with Binghamton. Nationals now here with Harrisburg, Nationals 14th overall prospect. That's a 6:30 start. We'll be on the air at 6:15 here on the Fightin Phil's Radio Network. Can't wait to talk to you then. We'll have part 1 and 2 of our interview with Phillies Director of Player Development Luke Merton tomorrow night right here on the pregame show on the Fightin Phil's Radio Network. Well, that'll do it for tonight. Reading falls 7-6, drops their second straight game in walk-off fashion from the bat of former foe Carlos De La Cruz. Hope everyone has a great rest of their night. I'm Jake Starr saying so long. The Fightin Phil's fall tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at 6:15 from Harrisburg on the Fightin Phil's Radio Network.